Hello, people. I know nobody's here right now, so we are live, headed back. Actually, on between Syracuse and Buffalo. Actually, probably closer to Syracuse now. We just stopped to go to the potty, and now we are getting back on the road. So, hey, Silver Creek. I'm basically just going live for whoever comes in here. It's just help build up watch hour, so I don't have nothing important to say except that the OCA was a lot of fun.
Silver Creek says what's up.
I said hi, Silver Creek.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was
Yeah.
I was watching a video.
But anyways, had a great weekend. Um, you got some motherfuckers that don't know how to drive. What are you doing? What are you fucking doing? Whatever. These motherfuckers ain't from New York, so sorry I'm cussing. So
Silver Creek said, "Oh, right on. I'm working on tank backgrounds at the moment, listening in. Was good, yeah. How y'all do?
we weren't really selling anything. I was there repping Fritz. Jake sold a few things in the room, but I was just there repping Fritz. So we don't sell product at the Fritz table. We just um, answer questions, talk about the product. So just talk to people about the Fritz Aquatics product line. So it was good. It was good. I'm getting back on the interstate right now. So hear the power of the 4-cylinder Subaru.
Point Master says, "Hi, Keith and Jake. Keith, it was great to see you and an honor to share a beer with you."
What's happening, Crystal? Yeah, I hung out. I got to hang out with Crystal and Ed. So it was a good weekend. Had a lot of fun. Got to shoot the breeze a lot. So it was fun. Definitely fun. I love the OCA. OCA is probably out of the events, and I haven't been to a ton of them. I've been to ACAs with the American Cichlid Association conventions. I've been to the OCA, the Ohio Cichlid Extravaganza, and Keystone Clash, plus a few other smaller events actually, and a ton of club events that are just basically one day. But as far as a multi-day event, I think the Ohio Cichlid Association by far is the best. It tops I don't know, in my opinion, it tops Keystone. It tops any of the ACAs I've been to. It's just everybody's friendly. It's as far as price wise, it's very economical. Very you can afford to go to this show. Um, I think it's $60 to attend all weekend, and that included. They don't have a banquet, but on Saturday they have like a giant pizza party. So, and that's included for that $60. That includes your goodie bag and your ability to go see all the speakers, and then they get a really good selection of speakers. Their speakers are catfish cichlid people, so you're not going to get speakers in there talking about Danios and Tetras. But Gary Lang was there. If you guys know anything about rainbow fish, Gary Lang was there, and I got to have long conversation with Gary, talking about fish and the hobby in general, not just Gary Lang. If you don't know, is world renowned actually in rainbow fish, and he actually brought a lot of his stuff for sale. He was selling a lot of rainbows and some other wild type live bears and stuff out of his room. So if you went, you would have had the opportunity to actually get probably some F2 or F3 rainbow fish that he actually collected himself. So pretty cool. Anybody say anything else? No. How many people in here? 5. I see 5.
Yes, 5.
I'm not technically reading chat because I'm driving. But my man Jake here, he's the chat reader. So Jake is my fishy mom.
Search key.
Hey, Crystal, you still in there? You guys home already? Jake and I didn't leave until probably close to 9 o'clock this morning.
It's like 8:45.
Yeah, 8:45. We got loaded up, then we headed out, and then we stopped in Buffalo and got some wings. So had to do that. We were there at lunchtime, so we stopped in Buffalo, got lunch at the Anchor Bar. Actually, the Anchor Bar got a few new sauces, and it was actually pretty good. We didn't go to the original location. We went to the one in Amherst, but it was actually pretty good.
Crystal says happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it is my birthday. I am 12. I am forever 12 with a potty mouth. I'm a 12-year-old with a potty mouth.
Silver Creek says happy birthday.
Thank you. On my birthday, I am traveling on Interstate 90.
It's a nice birthday gift.
Yeah, it's a good birthday. The weather is nice, though. It actually really is. It's a little chilly outside, but it's nice and clear, sunny. I'm trying to look at the car temperature. It is currently 37 degrees, so it's not a hot day, but it's sunny and no bad weather.
Silver Creek says, "Oh, I tell my wife, Christian, but I def cuss a little."
Oh, I cuss a lot. It's the Navy training. I was trained in the Navy how to say a lot of nice words.
Got a sailor's mouth.
And I was trained on how to drink beer. I was trained on how to get tattoos. So that's what you learn in the United States Navy. You learn how to say some nice words, drink beer, and get tattoos.
Silver said, "Wow, it's 74 here, mostly sunny with a breeze."
Yeah. I'm in Lower Canada, so Lower Canada is kind of chilly.
Silver also said, "Yeah, that was me sugarcoating it, bro. We cuss like sailors over here."
Kind of crooked. It's fine. So yeah, again, just we're on Interstate 90 between Buffalo or between the Rochester exit and Syracuse. So we passed the Rochester exit. I don't know if you can read the sign, but the sign is the Geneva, New York exit, whatever that is.
Geneva Lions exit 42.
Yeah. We're in the Finger Lake region.
Crystal says, "I'm currently at mile marker 84 on Route 80, coming up to exit 90. Up to exit 90.
Okay. So you guys are still on the road show too. Interstate 80. That's what I took back last year. I didn't come back. I drove Interstate 90 to the show last year, and I traveled ahead of the snowstorm. But coming back, I didn't want to drive back through Buffalo because of the amount of snow that they recorded there, like crazy amounts. So driving back, I took a longer route and I went back Interstate 80. And I'm glad I did, just because, I mean, there was a little bit of snow on the ground, but nothing, no big deal. But Buffalo, even though they had the interstate open going back, with the amount of snow they got, 6+ feet, you're gonna get, the roads are still gonna be nasty because of the wind and and the snow drift. So that's why they can go back Interstate 90 last year. So, excuse you.
Crystal said we had to fix Ed's signal light before he could leave. It burnt out. He was on his way to Strongsville.
Oh, yeah. Better than getting a fix-it ticket. So usually those blinker lights are relatively cheap, and depending on the car, not too difficult to change. You could always get it changed pretty cheap if you don't have the tools to change it, like at like a little quick lube place, typically. But again, like on the Subaru, on my Subaru, changing headlights, because I've had to do it before. It's pretty much plug and play. You buy the bulb, unplug it, pop it in. It's pretty easy. You can still play your Clash game.
I gotta read.
Not so much. You can look up real quick. Should have got over. Following behind this meat truck. I don't know if you guys can read the back of it.
No, I think it's like a meat equipment truck. Like if you are slicing meat for a deli, maybe. Well, it's just equipment incorporated.
I don't know.
Adam says hello.
What's up, Adam? They got a big ass steak on the back of the roll-up door.
Looks good.
We're following the meat wagon.
Meat wagon.
Got a truck full of schlongdongs. Oh my God, I'm gonna pass the. Gotta pass the schlongdong truck. Here, you guys can.
This guy's the meat mover. There's the Robert P says, "Hey Keith and Jake, safe trip home."
What's up, Bob?
Yeah, it is an equipment place.
Okay.
I don't know why they're advertising meat though.
Bob, you would have liked this. You would have liked the OCA if you guys have time next year. Look at going. I think you'd really like it. It's a good speaker lineup. It's laid back. A lot of everybody's like really cool and friendly. Even if you're not in the market for buying fish, just going to see the speaker event is great. But the room sales, just walking around, talking to people, selling stuff out of their rooms, and it's a lot of fun. I didn't buy anything out of the rooms, but I went from floor to floor. I talked to a bunch of people in their rooms, looking at their stuff, and then you get to talking about breeding techniques and what they do to breed their fish and whatnot. So it's a lot of fun. And then, you walk around, socialize, never even have to leave the hotel if you want, because they got a bar, restaurant there. Customer service at it kind of sucks.
Kind of.
Well, actually really sucks. But it's there. It's there. But in my opinion, it kind of sucks. But there's plenty within a 5-mile radius. There's like so many restaurant types. There's actually a shopping mall, probably less than a mile away. Big ass shopping mall. Jake and I killed some time and walked around that yesterday. It's actually
really big.
Yeah. What was it called? South Park Mall?
Yeah, South Park Mall.
Yeah. So if you guys are familiar with the South Park show, that kind of made Jake laugh. So we got to go to the mall in South Park. I don't even know the characters' names, but Jake know them.
I like Cartman. That's the fat
Cartman. I meant Mr. Hanky. So
I think Mr. Hanky is
Mr. Hanky's the little poop.
Yeah, he is. A little talking.
Yeah. So Jake got to see Mr. Hanky.
Saw the taco. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the talking turd. Yeah. What he said.
How's it going? Fun in Ohio. Sounds like my kind of event. Who killed Kenny? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They killed Kenny.
There was a restaurant there.
Oh yeah, Casa Bonita.
There's a restaurant there, a Mexican restaurant that's Casa Bonitas. So Jake said that's a restaurant in the show also.
Yeah.
But there's an actual Casa Bonita there.
Made by the guy.
Yeah, we didn't go eat at it, but there's some good food around the area. Jake fell in love with Raising Cane's. That was the picture I used for the live. It's actually pretty good also. So for fast food chicken, I recommend Raising Cane's. I've been there. We actually ate there twice, done 2 different days, and it was pretty good. And if it wasn't good, I went back the second time. But it was good.
Found out how much is too much Raising Cane's.
Yeah. Jake ordered like the big jumbo thing with 6 tenders, fries, coleslaw, and the drink, and he was overly stuffed. But he ate it. He did eat it because I paid for it, and he ate it. So it was good.
Looked like one fry.
There was this sports bar down the street called Nico's Bar in Gyro, or Hero, or Yeto, however you want to say it. But I highly recommend that place too. Jake got it. We went there one night, and I got the gyro, the beef and lamb gyro, Yeto, however you want to say it. I don't want to offend anybody. And Jake got a cheeseburger, and they stacked the meat on my sandwich. So I ate some big fat meat on Friday, or it was a Friday night or Thursday night. I think we went Thursday.
No, Thursday we went to Raising Cane's Thursday.
For lunch.
For lunch, yeah.
Well, what we had for dinner?
We had Nico's.
We had Nico's on Friday night.
Friday night? No, it was Thursday night when we got there, because I remember.
Oh, on Thursday night.
Yeah, there was your one buddy at Oase.
Oh yeah.
He was there, and we were like, "Oh, what's up?"
Yeah, Jonathan Buckus from Oase. He was there with somebody else having dinner. So yeah, I hung out with Crystal, so Oinky, Chattanooga Ed, Select Pet was there. Mike Loves Aquatics was there. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I'm going to, because I'm just going off memory. And then these are people that I know through YouTube. Jennifer Williams was there. If you guys don't know who Jem Williams is, she's a big time aquascaper. So she was there, sponsored by Oase. She don't technically work for Oase, but she's a brand ambassador for them. So they sponsored her for the show, and she come on and put a demo on and did Escape, and came out really good. It didn't even involve plants either, because she did a Escape with sand and stone, and for Neolamprologus, so some shell dwellers. I don't know the exact species, but it looked like really, really cool. Put a bunch of shells in there for them. It was really, really nice. I'm not lying. It was impressive. So looked good. She did the demo setting that up, and it was really good. I didn't get a chance. Excuse me. I didn't get a chance to go see any of the speakers, but I did watch a good portion, not all of it, but I did watch a good portion of the aquascaping demo that Jen put on. So it was a lot of fun. What's Sketty say? What's up, Sketty? I'm not supposed to be looking at chat, but I see your name, and then Jake's not reading the chat like he's supposed to.
You all. I was texting.
So somebody.
Oh, my Lenor.
What did Adam say?
Oh, Adam said heard of it, never had it. Talking about Raising Cane's.
Oh, Adam is good.
Sketty says safe travels to you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, excuse me.
Thank you. Jake's a pig. We are now passing the Montezuma National Wildlife Preserve. So That's what all these fields are out here. This is a national preserve. And if you look to your right coming up, there's this giant eagle statue. It's actually pretty cool. It's pretty impressive. So I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a giant ass eagle sculpture. Really cool. You can turn it back.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see.
I just wanted to show him the eagle.
Oh, there was an eagle?
It's
Oh,
the
painting
sculpture.
statue.
Yeah.
Skitty says thanks and happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving. It's time to, or almost time to, eat some turkey and some kosher ham. I actually prefer ham versus turkey on Thanksgiving.
Lame.
But it's kosher ham. Just make sure that ham is kosher. You know that's a joke, right?
Yeah. You can't have kosher ham.
No. My fellow Jewish people are not really supposed to eat. They're supposed to eat El Porco.
Robert P. said, just out in the shed, thinking about how to redo the rack system.
I hear you. Oh, fish. I did end up with fish, and hopefully they travel okay. I had someone give me Ed Moats. Does a lot with G'dayats. He actually has some G'dayats that he got from me like a few years ago. So he gave me some fry back. And Anatobius, if I say it right, Anatobius toweri, but the common name is the blue-tailed G'dayat. So he gave me like 10 fries, so I'm bringing those back. And he packed them real nice in a styro within breather bags because I knew I was getting them, so I brought buckets, Airstone bags. I was going to leave them in buckets and then bag them on the way back. But he packed them nice, delivered them to me Saturday in a styro, packed well in a breather bag. So they've been in the breather bags since he packed them. And I looked at them yesterday. They were okay. I didn't actually look at them again today because he packed them well, wrapped them in newspaper inside a small styro. But then I ended up getting from Sabu yesterday. He was breaking down his tanks. He brought like a bunch of stuff to sell, but he had some extra fish, and he had a tank full of young red coral platies, and he really didn't want to take them back. So he sold them to me really cheap for a really good price. So those are coming back with me. There's probably at least 20 fish, at least, maybe more. I don't know. I didn't really count them. I just netted them out, and I brought them up to the room yesterday. I put them in a bucket with an Airstone, and then early this morning, I bagged them in a couple separate bags, groups of, a few fish in a bag. I bagged them, but I still never counted them. I just was bagging them. And then I bought at the auction, the Saturday or the Sunday auction, I bought a few plants, not many. And then I bought some small shell dwellers. I forget exactly what species, but they don't get that big. It's written on the bag. I'm drawing a blank on the species of shell dwellers, but they're real tiny. So I got to grow them out, but they're real little. But I got them really cheap. And then I bought a jaguar cichlid. Didn't really want it, but it went for $2. And it's a juvenile, but it's still probably 4 inches right now. So it's not a tiny little fish, but it's small compared to its potential. So one jaguar cichlid, I have no idea why I bought it, but it was $2 and nobody was bidding on it. So I raised my card up. Nobody else bid on it at all. I got the shell dwellers, and I got the platies, and then just 2 bags of fish. I got some hygrophilia, however you want to say it, unknown species. It wasn't listed on the bag, just the genus. It looks like siamensins or augustifolia. Not really sure until I unbag it, but I didn't yet. And then I got something else, and I don't even remember what it is, but it was cheap. I got 2 bags of plants, and the 2 different bags of fish. So 4 bags yesterday at the auction, the afternoon auction. And for those 4 bags, I spent a total of $11 for everything. So some of the stuff went like really cheap towards the end of the auction, but it usually does. But there were plecos. There were a zillion plecos there. Bushy nose. There were other types too, but bushy nose plecos were going for nothing. You can get, short fin super reds, 10 fry in a bag they were going for like $1 a piece, maybe. Cheap.
Skitty said, I miss Jewish food. Love my moonstrip sponsor. I live in Iowa. Equals zero diversity.
Don't know what to tell you, Skitty. You could order it online.
Robert P. also says, Towery, very cool fish. Love those things. My black princess finally dropped fry. Wow, great price for the Jaguar.
How many fry did you get how many fry were you able to recover for the Black Prince? I'm just curious, because they do like to eat their fry. And they usually don't drop that many, so if you get more than 6 out of a spawn, to me that's actually pretty good. If you can collect that many, because they usually don't even drop many at all. And that's if you can recover them before they get chomped on.
Robert said, counted 5, left them in the tank.
Ooh, I would pull them. But if you don't want to keep them, then let nature do its course.
I couldn't imagine like getting birthed and then having to worry about your parents like eating you.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. It's like, imagine coming into this world and you're like, think you're like, wah, and then your parents like, I'm hungry. Yeah. I didn't have lunch today. I skipped lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to turn the heater on.
No, you're good.
I can turn it down.
I'm just gonna take my sweater off.
I'm hot too. Duty?
No, I was trying to blow air.
Jake trying to wave a fart in my face.
Oh no, you're not gonna know if I farted because after I did that. Skitty says, yeah, I do order online. My kids always wanted matzo ball stew. Still do.
Yeah, matzo ball soup's pretty good.
I think I had it once.
Yeah. It's like a big giant soggy cracker in your chicken broth. Tastes good though. A round cracker ball.
I thought it was cheese.
I don't know. It's like a dough ball.
Robert said, okay, guys, safe travels. Hit me up when you get home, Pete.
Okay. Yeah, I should, well, I'm going to be home probably...
Like 2 hours.
Yeah, 2-3 hours. And then tomorrow, we had a few orders come in over the weekend, so I'll be shipping stuff tomorrow. I got orders shipped tomorrow. A few of you guys from the Fish Fam placed some orders. I appreciate it if you're watching. If you're not, then you watch the replay. Still appreciate it. I'm gonna get off here and get something to drink.
Bridges, safe travels.
Thank you.
Looks like Weedsport is the stop for us.
Yeah, Weedsport. We're in Weedsport. Exit. Weedsport. Shut up, so you guys get on.
Got like 175 miles to go, I think, something like that, or 70.
You want anything?
I'm alright.
This is that goofy intersection.
Yeah, it's the really goofy intersection.
Is it green?
Yeah, it's green. You're good.
Okay, people, I'll be right back. No one on?
No, I'm good.
You guys could let Jake entertain you. Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Holy guacamole. Thank you. Yeah, allergies. Allergies suck. They're so bad for me. All I do is sneeze and my eyes get watery. My nose gets itchy, so does throat. I have a friend of mine who has them way worse than I do, so he gets them bad.
What did I say? Bless you. Allergies are a bitch.
Yeah, I sneezed.
His allergies are, and he is too.
What?
Okay. Whew. Time to get back on the road. Oh, she laughing. She laughing because you a bitch.
Man, shut up.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I gotta go.
That old lady was wearing some like fucking Jordans. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh shit. Light changed. Darn it. Okay. Old lady was wearing Jordans.
Yeah, she asked how long is your drive, Bridget.
Oh, from here, says I got 2 hours and 15 minutes ETA back to home base. the total drive.
It's like just about 7 hours.
Yeah, the total drive from point A to B is right at 7 hours if we don't stop. So it's a long drive, but it's not terrible. It's not a day trip, but it's not terrible. I got to turn here, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't have the GPS talking to me, so.
Yeah, you do turn here, I remember.
Yeah, Bridget, the drive out to where you guys are when I come to South Coast, that's a little over 3 hours, so. And I do that as a day trip sometimes, or actually every time I come out there, I've made it just a day trip. I never stayed overnight there. That's a long day. That's a long day when I come to South Coast, but I have fun. I like to come out and see all you guys.
DJ Guppy Fish says, gentlemen, quietly looking along for the ride in Miami. It's so rare to see an open road with no tolls.
This is a toll road, actually. We don't have toll plazas in New York anymore. They got rid of all the toll plazas, and it's all electronic.
They got rid of them in like, what, 2020, 2019, 18, something like that?
Probably 2020, 2021. I think they got rid of the last ones. I still think some of the bridges downstate might have a toll plaza. I think. I don't know, because I don't go down there too much. But all the actual toll plazas in New York on the toll roads are gone. It's all electronic.
Could be said same here.
So now when you get into Pennsylvania, if you go on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, they still got toll plazas. New Jersey, the Garden State Parkway, they still got toll plazas. But if you have Easy Pass, you don't have to stop. You just drive through, which is nice. But it's also a way for the government to track you. They can track me wherever I'm at with my Easy Pass, so it's kind of scary there.
Bridget says, I haven't been to any meetings. I had a major surgery in October. I'm going for another surgery in the beginning of December. And I should be able to close the doors and all this medical shit.
I hope it works out.
DJ Goki says it's called the Sun Pass here with the same results.
Yeah, it's just electronic. Yeah, you upload. Excuse me. You I don't even know what they call the little thing. You get one of those. You register it. You attach a credit card with it when you log in and set up the account online, and then it just pulls funds from your credit card. Actually, the way that the Easy Pass works is it takes $25 and puts it like in an escrow account, and then deducts from that. And then when that starts to get low, I forget what the dollar amount is, but then it pulls another 25 out of your credit card or off your credit card. So the highest it ever takes, or the most it ever takes, it's $25, and then it whittles that down to a certain dollar amount, and then it pulls another 25 out. Travel a lot for work kind of makes it nice, because then you can log in and then see what your total fee is for the year on tolls, and you could actually, if it's work related, the travel, you could deduct that off your taxes. So kind of makes it, it sucks that you got to pay to freaking drive on a highway, but you still see how much you paid in tolls. I think toll roads are a fucking joke anyways. Especially in states like New York, taxes are already crazy high. you're paying taxes when you get fuel. Anytime you put fuel in your tank, a big portion of of the money you're spending on that fuel is tax, and that should pay for the road maintenance, in my opinion. So I don't know. It goes to somebody's pocket. That's where it goes. I don't think that was a hawk. It was kind of small. Maybe it was. Or a falcon. I don't know.
Falcon, yeah. It's probably
We saw a bird. It's a bird.
It's a bird.
Yeah. What is that?
Push taco truck.
We got a whole 3 people here.
See, it's
5? No, I can't see. For you folks in here tuning in, I appreciate it. Again, the purpose of this live stream is no purpose. Just going live to try to build up some watch hours. Our channel's not monetized, and I don't really care about it. But I would like to get the watch hours up. So going live on doing silly streams like this, just mainly for watch hours. That's it. But if you guys have questions, hobby related or anything else, feel free to ask away. Jake and I stopped at not the original Anchor Bar, but we stopped at one of the Anchor Bar restaurants that they have in the Buffalo region. We actually stopped in Amherst and got lunch, and it was actually pretty good.
Skitty says, see you around in chats. Bye.
See you later, Skitty.
DJ Guppy says, one thing here, they do a crazy major construction, really fixing things out. Now that, I rarely go out.
When I used to live down south, the only toll road in Florida was, there was one toll road, and it cut, you come down I-75 and it kind of cut diagonal across the state. I don't remember the starting point, but you go down Interstate 75 for a bit, and then you had the choice of getting on the toll road if you wanted to go towards Miami, and it kind of it went like southeast, just had a diagonal across Florida. I've taken that toll road before, but that used to be the only toll road when I lived down south. I didn't live in Florida, but I used to drive everywhere around south too.
Crystal said there's no toll plazas down by your house. So like down south.
Yeah, there's no toll plazas at all on any of the interstates anymore, Crystal. And really the only upstate in New York where I'm at, Crystal, the only road that's a toll road is Interstate 90.
You can go past this oversized load if you want.
I'm gonna pass it.
You gotta get. No, I mean like you're good. The cheapest last one.
Yeah. So yeah, Interstate 90. But from Albany North on Interstate 87. So if you're going up, towards Montreal direction, Lake George way, everything from Albany North is not. It's free, or it's not. You don't pay the toll.
Bridget said, "Is there a date you start stocking pot plants, or do you wait for the weather?"
I gotta wait for the weather. So last year I brought a few in because people in the warmer regions were bugging me to get them. But for your Bridget, your climate is the same as mine. So yeah, you could buy them keep them indoors just because of availability. That's the problem with the zone that I'm in. Is I'm one of the last to the party to get them, and then for pond season, the nurseries usually only grow so much or bring in so much of each species, and then when it's gone, it's gone. So some of the more popular ones, you got to get on them quick. But the problem is retailers in warmer regions have first crack because they got better weather conditions. So
Crystal says, I despise Long Island. So the faster I can get to there without stopping any damn toll booths, the bridges, free bridges.
Downstate is toll everywhere. Like Long Island, New York City, every bridge, every tunnel, it's all extra money. So yeah, driving downstate is, I don't go down there. So I've been to Long Island once, and an in-law was getting married, so we went to the wedding. But just to go to Long Island for shits and giggles, I've been there once in 20 years that I've lived in New York, so I have no reason to go to Long Island. New York City, we used to drive. My wife's from New York City, but I still haven't been there. I haven't been to New York City in, shoot, I bet you close to 10 years, maybe. Maybe a little less.
No, we're coming close to 10 years.
Probably 10. But prior to that...
you are, I'm not.
Yeah, prior to that, I used to drive to Poughkeepsie, and then we would take the metro into New York City. Because Poughkeepsie was the furthest north that the metro line would go to. So that's how I used to get into New York City. So leave the car parked in Poughkeepsie, because on the weekends and holidays, and that's how I used to go on the weekend. So weekends and holidays, parking was free at the train station.
DJ Guppy says, last time I was in NYC, the toll on George Washington Bridge was tolled $13. Try go back to visit every couple years. Grew up in Washington Heights.
Okay. Yeah. I really don't have no reason to go to New York City anymore. So I don't go. Last month when I went to see Mike, he lives in South Jersey, but I don't drive to New York City to get there. I took like the Garden State Parkway. Oh, we got traffic. We got some shitty traffic. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But it's definitely... This sucks. This really sucks. Road work 1 mile. I'm hoping there ain't an accident. So.
DJ Guppy says Long Island has Wu-Tang.
Has what?
Wu-Tang. Like the rock group.
Has Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know?
I know what Wu-Tang gang is.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Clan. Okay, well I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fudge this traffic's for. But we're gonna find out. It don't look good.
Wizzle says much love.
What's
Fish
happening?
Fam says hi, Fish Fam. I think that's Bob.
It is, sort of.
Yeah, and then DJ Guppy says hope Michael's better.
Yeah, Michael's feeling better. I actually texted him today around lunchtime. I sent him a picture of me eating chicken wings. So he's all right. Doing better. Yeah, we're just outside of Syracuse, and the traffic is AFU. And AFU stands for all fudged up. I just come to a stop.
It says 11 minutes for traffic. I can't see the cause of it.
So just have like a little red strip.
Yeah, red and then yellow.
A lot of times when they do interstate construction, they merge it down to one lane and it turns it into a big cluster. So hopefully this is just because it's being merged.
Not an accident, hopefully.
Yeah. Sometimes Siri will tell you accident ahead. Oh, left lane closed half mile, so it's merged. So I'm actually in the left lane. I'm in the wrong lane, so I got to get over. Or I got to try to get over. Somebody just rode on the shoulder. Look at that. Fucking wiener. Wiener dogs. Is this truck gonna let me over? Because I can't see.
He's letting you in. Okay.
Thank you, truck. We'll get behind this U.S. Army combat engineer veteran in the Jeep.
DJ Guppy says bottleneck, but your choice of cluster is more appropriate.
Yeah. Oh. At least it ain't a dead stop.
Yeah. At least it's moving.
Yeah. For now.
They're gonna get so backed up, they're gonna stop.
We're doing about 20 miles per hour right now, so we better hold on tight.
Whoa!
It's moving okay now because there's an exit right there. And now it's.
If you go straight, it's not.
Yeah. We all nut the butt again. This is called nut the butt.
DJ Guppy says, gorgeous day.
Do what?
Gorgeous day.
It is a nice day. It actually is.
A little chilly, but it's nice. Sunny, clear clouds. Clear skies, I mean.
Oh, are we in the single lane? I think we are.
Yeah, we're getting in it.
Nut the butt.
Wizzle said, where are you on hours? In pocket while cleaning pools.
Oh, watch hours? I'm only
not watch hours.
I don't know. He said, where am I at on hours?
Oh. Watch hours? I don't know.
My watch hours, I'm probably only like halfway there. So I think you got to have like 4,000 watch hours, I think. I think I'm a little bit over halfway, if that's what you were asking. Hours to our destination, if the traffic isn't all bottled up like this. So, yeah, about 2 hours, maybe a tad more than 2. I'm coming into Syracuse right now. But we don't have to drive through the city of Syracuse. Interstate 90 kind of goes on the south side of Syracuse.
The road looks done to me. Why do they have...
Oh, there's a fender bender. Very nice. Can I get over?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So when traffic's effed up like this, it actually causes more issues. So someone rear-ended somebody. So they probably were picking their butt. But yeah, he rear-ended somebody pretty damn good.
Oh, he rear-ended him good.
Yep. So the cops ain't even here yet. So.
Oh, they rear-ended each other.
They rear-ended each other too?
Yeah,
I bet you they were looking at that wreck.
Probably. Wizzle said we gotta get you there. 3,000 now. Well-deserved YouTube watch hours.
Yeah, I'd actually have to look. I have to look Maybe I'll try to look tomorrow and post it. I don't know. I can't do it right now, obviously, and I don't really like do much with that except stream. The only thing I use my phone for is streaming. But when I look at all the analytics and stuff, I just usually use my computer at home. So far, I can see it better than trying to look at the damn phone.
There's the cop, probably going to the accident.
He didn't have his lights on.
If everybody's fine, I don't think they need.
I know,
lights
but
on.
it's another traffic hazard. So you gotta get there quick, get it clear. Just that one accident will lead to others, because that's probably why that second one happened.
True.
Motherfuckers rubbernecking.
Nano says, hi, everyone.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dad.
Hello.
Nano says, hey, Sal.
Said what?
Hey, Sal. He's talking to somebody in the chat.
Hey, what?
Hey, brother. There's a land out there. The sky comes falling down on you. There's nothing in the world I will do.
Sing some, because Fisherman sings some, so you hear my Fisherman. You met Fisherman, that's Kirk.
Yeah. Ew, it smells like gas mixed with doo-doo.
I smell it.
Ugh.
It's stinky.
Man, my farts are worse though. I could tolerate
Are they picking these up or laying them down?
I can't
It's
tell.
they call those Jersey barriers, those concrete barriers. There's a bunch of I bet you they're picking them up.
They probably are picking them up. They're probably done with stuff.
Well, I don't know. The highway ain't done, because you see all the middle still boogered up. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't care. Just hurry up and get the shit done. Get the shit done, bitches.
No Kappa. My guy's vacuuming the road. What? It's not something I thought I'd ever seen.
Or they probably get all. They might have to, like. Yeah, I've seen them do it before. If they're laying down sealer or pavement, they get some of that extra dirt and shit out. So we're back up to 2 lanes now, right?
Yeah, we're back into 2 lanes. Guppy says, love that sky.
Definitely is a nice day. It's just cold, but nice.
There's a salt museum? What?
Here comes a fire truck. I'm sure he might be going to that.
Yeah.
He can even get by.
Alishan says, happy 70th, Keith.
Oh, what's up, my buddy? Happy 12. Alishan is 12. I am forever 12 today.
PP and poo-poo jokes all day.
Yeah. Farts, boogers, and boobies. Proves I'm 12 years old.
Guppy says, happy birthday. Great day, week here.
Thank you. Happy 12 to me. What time is it?
It is 3:41. 3:41.
I know what the company does. They usually work. It's all government contracts, but I don't know what they do.
Shannon asked, how did the room sales go? Auction last a long time?
Auction was pretty long, yeah. Jake sold a few things, not too many. For us, everybody wanted fish. How does this fucking go?
Just go straight.
I know, but it's all confusing because there's fucking lines everywhere.
Yeah. Somebody must have been drunk doing this.
But yeah, most everybody the majority of the people actually were looking for fish, but Jake sold a few things. So gave him something to do besides just play PlayStation. And the vendor room stayed pretty busy. I know Sabo did it looked like he did good. Josh Cunningham looked like he did good. I was sitting right by those guys, so just talking with them, and then their booths were pretty busy. The other booths, I don't know because I wasn't really paying attention. But the auction was good. Alishan, I bought a pair of Chromas, and I don't know why, but it was only $2, and nobody else was bidding on it, so it was a mercy buy. I don't know if it's a male or female because I ain't that smart, and it was in the bag, and I didn't really look close. But right now, it's probably about 4 inches. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I keep it or just put it in a tank and grow it out some and bring it to the next auction I go to. No idea. But I definitely don't have a tank right now to keep it long term because they get big.
Nano says, oh yes, happy birthday, Keith. And then Alishan also asked which pair of cars.
It starts with the M, so it's the Jaguar. I don't know exactly because I ain't that smart. You know I ain't that smart. I'm just a dummy. So, and I can't pronounce it. But it's the Parachromis with the M. And then what else I bought? I bought some Shell Dwellers too. Alishan, I bought a bag. I think there's 5 in the bag. They're really, really small. And if I'd known they were that small, I wouldn't even bid on them at all. But I couldn't see them when they were auctioning them. And I have the species written on the bag. They're a common one. I think it's the ones that start with the B. Again, it's written on the bag. But I got some of those. The bag was really cheap. So all total, I got 2 bags of plants. And I got the Jaguar, and I got the Shell Dweller. So 4 bags, I spent a total of $11. So cheap.
Guppy says, gotta run, drive safe, misbehave, post pics. Stuck at home. I live vicariously through you guys.
Sounds good. And thanks for tuning in and giving me some time on the watch hours. I appreciate it.
Bridges said, "Did you longfin leopard Daniel fry survive? Did your longfin leopard Daniels?"
Oh yeah, I got a decent amount. I don't have like hundreds of them, but I have. It looks like I probably got at least 2 dozen of them. But yeah, longfin leopard Daniels, I was successful with those in the tub this year. So yeah.
Alishan gave you the genus species name. He said Managuanese brevis. I think I probably butchered that.
Yeah, the Managuazese, the Manigot. Yeah, that's the jaguar, and then the brevis, that's the shelly. That's the shell dweller. So yeah. So Alishan's Wikipedia. So. So the genus is the
Managuanese.
Yeah, Manigot.
It's a stuffed noodle fish.
Yeah, it's a fish with some ricotta cheese. From under these nuts. Oh, Alishan, I also got. I didn't buy these. Ed Moats brought them to me. The blue-tailed Gadaean at Teniobus Tower, if I say it right. But the common name on the Gadaeans are the blue-tailed Gadaean. So I got a group of those. Oh, and then I bought some off of Sabu because he was just shutting down and didn't want to take them home. I got a bunch of platies, some like coral red platies, so they're headed back with me. It's not really a type of fish that I keep, but he gave to me like dirt cheap, practically free. So I'll take them home and I'll just take them to the next auctions that come up. Really, platies are nice. It's actually a fun beginner fish. They're really pretty. They're like a nice deep red color platy. So if anybody's interested in any red platies, I have a big group of young ones. So they're not tiny, but they're juveniles, basically, just young adults.
They're about the size of a quarter.
A little bit bigger. Some are smaller, but they're juveniles. So, but they're nice looking. Definitely nice looking. So I scooped them all up and bringing them back to New York.
Regis says, "I have yellow tiger in their fried baby apple snails right now."
Nice.
Dennis Bowles said, "Where are you taking us?"
I am actually headed back to home base. So I am on my way back to New York. Going on our way to Scotia, New York. Zip code 12302 if you want to look it up on a map. So it's just outside of Albany, New York.
Alishan said platies will be good for a tub. Coral reds go for good money.
Yeah, they're nice, Alishan. They really are. So I'll throw them in a tank, grow them out, and then this spring and this summer, whatever club auctions I go to, I'll bring a bag or two to the auctions if I don't kill them first. So yeah, they're hardy fish. So hopefully I don't kill them. Hopefully they arrive okay, because like this whole environment's like stressful on the fish. So hopefully they're okay. Conditions like this, what I'm doing, or like traveling with fish like this, is so they've been in a tank been in a bucket,
Been in a bag, actually.
been in a bag, go into a tank, then go into a bucket, go into a bag, and then traveling, just in a styro. I know people ship fish all day long. I do, but it's kind of stressful on fish. So hopefully I don't have any losses. So we'll see.
Alishan's a BCAS auction course. That's where those.
Oh, yeah. If I have them by then, Alishan, I'd definitely bring them down there. So if you guys can make it to Bucks County, that's a good club. So and you guys can go meet and greet Alishan.
When it says MOON, that spells home.
Home. Yep. Definitely. It's been a long week. Jake and I left. We left last week on Thursday.
4:30.
Yeah, about 4:30, 4:45 a.m. and spent the days. We got to Strongsville, Ohio, which is just a southern suburb of Cleveland. And then we left Strongsville this morning about, I don't know, 8, I guess. What I say before? Was it about 8?
We left about like 8:45.
Or 8:45. We stopped in Buffalo to get some lunch, and then now we're on the road back. What was the ETA? I forget.
It was about 2:16 last we saw. Probably about like an hour 40 right now.
What time is it now? It's 3:52.
It's actually probably about like an hour.
We'll probably be home around 6 o'clock.
Scotty and Susie, as in like you'll be able to meet them too. As they go to the Bucks County auction.
Oh, yeah.
Society.
Yeah. If you guys go hang out at Bucks County, Scotty the Fish Freak and Susie Q, part of that. Callie's part of that. Alishan. Those might be some names you recognize on YouTube. But there's a whole bunch of other great people there too. So.
Okay, I actually got about like an hour 40. Yeah, I was right.
Okay.
Dennis Bowles said I had some African cichlids a long while ago.
Had some what?
African cichlids a long while ago.
He had some African cichlids.
Yeah.
What kind of African cichlids? Rico. What up, Rico?
Yeah, Rico says happy birthday.
Thank you, sir. Nothing special going on this birthday except driving, but Jake and I had a nice lunch, and we actually stopped at the Anchor Bar, Rico. Not the original, because I didn't want to drive downtown Buffalo. So we stopped at one of the newer little satellite locations, and it was actually really good. Actually, like, really good. I asked them to make the wings extra crispy. They came out like nice. I ordered, what was the sauce?
Extreme heat.
It was the hottest one on their menu, and they're calling it Extreme Heat. And it was good. It was good. It was spicy, definitely spicy. Made my nose run a little bit, but it wasn't overpowering. It didn't hurt me. It just made my nose run a little bit. So it's definitely good.
Dennis says they were green and gold, and they could shift colors. His African cichlids.
All right, cool, Dennis. I have no idea what those are, unfortunately, though.
Rico said, "Hey, any day with the kids is a good day." And he said, "I want wings now."
Yeah, I love chicken wings, but yeah, Jake's my buddy. So Elijah's my buddy too, except he didn't want to go. So Jake and the Fatman.
Oh yeah.
So This weekend was Jake and the Fatman. Oh, and also Rico at Anchor Bar they didn't have this. I haven't been to Anchor Bar in several years, but last time I went they didn't have this. They got a bunch of dry rubs also. So they had a habanero.
There's habanero ranch.
Oh, habanero ranch dry rub. So I asked the waitress if I can get a little small side of it to taste. She brought me a pretty big plastic cup of it. So I asked her for a lid so I could take home the extra because she brought me out like a lot, and I just really wanted to taste it. But it's like really good. So the habanero ranch, and Jake's gonna eat it tonight. He's gonna go home and for dinner, if he gets hungry, make some fries in the air fryer and sprinkle that on there. And it was good. It was good. It's spicy, but not like not crazy hot. Just like a good spice, but good, and not too salty. So it was good. And they had some other ones on there as well, but I don't remember the flavors. I just seen the habanero ranch and asked to try it. The waitress hooked me up with it, so it's a pretty good deal. So right now, if anybody's interested, I'm in between Syracuse and Utica on Interstate 90. So that's the stretch I'm in right now. So yeah, the next big town, if you want to call it that, on the way would be Utica, New York, which is a decent sized town, but it's not massive. I still consider it a small city. Then after that there's really nothing. You go through Amsterdam, which is, and I don't want to offend anybody, but in my opinion, Amsterdam's like a huge dump. But and then from there you would hit Schenectady, but I get off before I go into Schenectady. Schenectady's kind of a doo-doo hole also, but it's not as bad as Amsterdam. At least Schenectady is like the downtown Schenectady. They actually fixed it up. So they got movie theater, some restaurants and whatnot downtown Schenectady. They fixed it up. When I first moved here, it was a bunch of crackheads that used to hang out, crackheads and bums downtown, but you don't really see that no more. They remodeled it, fixed it up, put a bunch of new businesses in there.
Just gotta look deep enough.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong, there's still a bunch of crackheads and bums in Schenectady. They just moved them from the downtown area to a different part.
Rico says, I always get off when I go into Schenectady.
Gets off when he goes into Schenectady?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I always get off.
Okay.
He also said, we're like only an hour and 15 minutes east of me now.
Yeah, not too far.
Not too far.
I forget what town you live in, Rico. I know you live like, I think north of Syracuse, right? So I think you live like closer to Fulton area. That's where the first time I met you in person was in Fulton at that outdoor swap. I don't think that was too far from where you live. I know it's not the town you lived in, but it was not terribly far from where you live. What is it?
Oh. I'm right between Rochester, Syracuse, Fulton. I'm right between Rochester, Syracuse. Fulton is roughly 40 minutes away.
Okay. I got you. I've actually never been to Rochester. Never really had a reason to go to Rochester, so I've never been up that way. Fulton was probably, until recently, I actually had to go to Watertown, New York, a few weeks ago, and that's probably that might be the furthest north I've been in New York. Was Watertown. Prior to that, I think I want to say maybe Fulton was. Except I've been to Ticonderoga, so I'd have to look on the map. Ticonderoga might be further north. I'm not sure. But going east-west, I've been all the way west in New York and all the way east and all the way south.
Rico said, I wish I never went to Rochester too. Hate that place.
Okay, point taken. Like I said, I never had a reason to go to Rochester, so with that comment, Rico, it sounds like it's a bunch of bums and crackheads too. So I know it's the home of Kodak at one time, but Kodak is now pretty much obsolete. And Schenectady, New York is the home of General Electric, but the General Electric plant in Schenectady doesn't make much anymore. They do some stuff with the wind turbines over there, and I think that's it. I think that's all they do in Schenectady now. Might be home before it gets dark. I think so.
What time's sunset? Probably like 6 o'clock.
We'll see.
Rico said Rochester was the murder capital for a couple of years. I stick to the little village and places like that.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. That's a bad stat to have. The worst city I've probably been to, like not just passing through, but actually like walked around, might be Los Angeles. Is a pretty shitty. Like the Hollywood area of Los Angeles is pretty sketchy. So I've been there. That's real sketchy. New Orleans is pretty bad. You go to the French Quarter, you stay in the French Quarter, you're okay. You venture outside of the French Quarter, and you're taking a big risk. Trying to think where else. Chicago. I was in Chicago in the late 80s, so actually 1987 was when I was in Chicago. But we used to just go and hang out like on Rush Street. So it was like well lit, well populated, like little party section of Chicago where a lot of bars and restaurants were. So that's the only place we used to go. So the only trouble we got in was just stupid Navy squid trouble. But yeah, that's probably it. I've been all over New York City. Like all over. Harlem, Spanish Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, like different parts of Queens, all over Manhattan, Staten Island. Never really, I mean, it's obviously there's high crime in New York City, but never really worried nothing about when I was there. So Albany, Rico, Albany's kind of a shithole if you go downtown. There's a lot of shit that goes on in Albany in the downtown section. that's it's not the greatest place, but I don't hang out there at night. I go through the daytime a lot of time, but a lot of bad shit usually happens at night, and I'm usually not down there.
I've been in downtown when it's nighttime. It's really sketchy.
Yeah. Actually, get over. I'm tired of following this slow ass truck. I got cruise control on, and the cruise control in the car is pretty nice. That it automatically adjusts your speed when the car's in front of you, so you don't rear end them. So sometimes when I got the cruise set and I'm not paying attention, I get behind a slower vehicle and I turn into the turtle as well.
Elshinton, my daughter is supposed to go to New Orleans next year for a conference. Hope she has one.
Just Alishan, tell her to stay in a group. Don't venture off by herself. Stay in the group and
carry something on her.
Yeah, that's all I suggest. Just stay in your group. Don't venture off on some of the side streets. Parts of New Orleans can be sketchy, so don't walk around alone. It's a cool city. There's like the history and stuff to do in the cities. It's a fun city. It's definitely a fun city. And then like the food scene, the restaurants in New Orleans are amazing. If you like to party, there's that city is known for it. So it's a lot of fun. But it can be dangerous too.
Alshon said, been to Chicago once for a college friend's New Year's Eve party in 1985.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Chicago. I know, Rico, if you're here, I know you're a big Bears fan, but the city itself, me and Jake drove through Chicago on our way to Madison, Wisconsin this year to the ACA, and Chicago, in my opinion, is the butthole of America, and driving through it was a huge pain in the rear. So not a fan of the city. Not a hater of the sports teams. Not a fan of them either, but I'm not a hater of the sports teams, but definitely not a fan of the city itself. That city got a lot of issues, like a lot, and I don't see it getting fixed. No matter who the mayor is or what's going on. Who knows? Who knows? Me and Jake, or at least I didn't like driving through the city going to Madison, so when we left to come back home, we went a little over an hour out of the way to avoid most of Chicago. We still hit the south side the way we went, because the city's big, like really big. So, unless we wanted to go like an extremely long way out of the way, I still had to go through part of it. But we went through the south side, and like I said, that was a little over an hour out of the way going back the way we came. But it was a lot less stress, so I really don't care. The extra hour and less stress to me was better for my mental health. So.
Alshon said, we hit Rush Street several nights. His mom told us you can't see Chicago from inside of a bar.
Yeah. Alishan, I've been to many places within the United States when I was younger. And that's all I saw. In many places overseas in my Navy time. I've been to some places now. I kick myself in the ass for not doing more. Like Thailand, I've been to Thailand several times. Now I want to go back to Thailand, and now that I'm older, I'm, going and actually seeing stuff. The many times I've been to Thailand, we stayed on, in the bars and stuff. So Hong Kong, there's a lot of cool stuff in Hong Kong. There was a big, um, like outdoor market that I went to in Hong Kong that was really cool. I remember walking around that, but for the most part in Hong Kong, I've seen a lot of beer cans. Philippines. I did a little bit of stuff in the Philippines, but we were in the bars a lot. But yeah, in Chicago, we just hung out on Rush Street. I didn't go see any attractions or go to catch any games. I was there during football season, so I could have went to a Chicago Bears game. And part of hockey season, I was there, so could have caught the Blackhawks game, but never went. So.
Rico said Chicago also gets a bad rap for political reasons. For example, St. Louis is far more dangerous, but people don't talk about that. Hate all big cities though.
I don't like big cities either, Alishan. I'm with you there. I drove through St. Louis just on the highway, on the interstate, but I never been to this in St. Louis, so never had a reason to go to St. Louis. But yeah, it has issues. All big cities have issues. Even a lot of mid-sized cities, smaller cities too. But I consider Albany a small city, but for some they would say it's a mid-sized city, but they got issues. Obviously, like Syracuse got issues. Buffalo's pretty bad, or it can be. Mobile, Alabama has some really bad issues. I used to live not far from Mobile, and there's a section of Mobile that you don't hang out at. So, unless you're into that lifestyle. If you're into that lifestyle, then yeah, do it. But I wasn't into that lifestyle, so I wasn't hanging out there.
Alishan said, a friend who owns Global Fish Company in New Jersey went to Thailand for about 3 months to find fish exporters. Not his future wife.
Yeah, you can do that. You could find a lot of sugar mamas there. And fish. You can get your sugar mama there and fish.
You can find some sugar mamas with a little extra something.
Yeah, and if you're into it, if that's your forte, you can get some little sugar daddies too. So, talk about Thailand. Thailand. I was there as a young person. Actually, my first time in Thailand. I was only 18 years old. So,
Select Princess, what's up?
What's up, Select? Yeah. So at 18 years old, you get into all kinds of crazy shit. But yeah, no women with scarves. You avoided the women wearing scarves, if you want to call them women. But if you ever go to Thailand and you're doing the nightlife scene, you might be into it. So it's your call. But for me, I say avoid the women, and that's in parentheses, that wear scarves. So
Select Pets said, just off work and driving home.
Hey, Select, we are actually on the way home. We just left this morning, so we should be home in about another 2 hours at the most. Hey, Alishan, if you're still here, one thing that the OCA does, and I thought it was kind of cool because it made yesterday's auction, even though it was long, yesterday's auction was probably 90% live goods, but they take during the OCA. You've been there before, so they might have did it, when you went previously. But they take all the donations, all the dry good donations that they get from various vendors and whatnot, and they have a Saturday night auction. So it's the manufacturers donated items auction. I forget what they called it, but they do that all on Saturday night. And I know Fritz Aquatics donated a ton of stuff, so it was pretty cool. And some people got some really really good deals. I went last year and I worked the convention with Mike Noche from Fritz, and I went to the manufacturer's auction and I bid on some bags that had a bunch of Fritz products in it, and Mike was laughing, and I was like, this. I told him, I was like, this stuff. I get this bag of items cheaper than I can get at wholesale, and he's like, get it, do what you got to do. So I did the same thing. Went this Saturday night. So I put a lot of the stuff I came to Ohio with, the Fritz items. It most of it went into the auction, so people got the opportunity to bid on stuff like really cheap and get some really good stuff. So, and even like Sabu donated some Ebo food, those small jars of Ebo food retail, like the paste and stuff, the little small jars. Those things retail for like $35, $40. And they did like these ditty bags, and then the whole ditty bag plus other items only sold for like 25 or $30. So people got some really good deals. But anyways, what I was getting at is like all the dry goods went on one night, and then so the Saturday auction was just live goods, so it just made it go. I think it made it go faster. So, and it's kind of fun to have two auctions. So that's all I got to say about that. what else should I say?
Never been to the OCA. ACA used to do that when the late nighters Ray Lucas was involved. He repped a lot of companies at a lot of conventions.
Yeah, they did a Kingfish. They did like a memorial for him at the OCA this year. His daughter and granddaughter was there. They brought a bunch of stuff that he had, and they were taking donations, and then just those donations were going to the Jim Smith Fund. And then they did I don't know, they had a little memorial on Saturday, which was nice. So yeah, I never met the man in person, but a ton of people know him and love the guy. So it was nice to see him do the memorial, and his daughter and granddaughter were there, and they said some words, so it was kind of touching.
Nice that they did that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I think maybe in the future they're gonna they might set up some type of memorial fund in his name, and maybe do it maybe for some conservation effort or something like that. I'm not sure, but I think they're chatting about it to see. So might see it in the future. field goal through this tailgate.
With one. You want me to use the wings? Give me that Jaguar. I'll take a field goal.
Take a field goal through this truck tailgate. Through this trailer tailgate.
Ray suffered from diabetes for a long time, lost a lot of weight when he retired.
Let me see. Can I get over? I can't see when you block my mirror. We're coming into Utica. Close.
Yeah, this one's Herkimer's down one.
Herkimer's on the west side. We're on the east side of this. We're just outside of Uterus, New York. Utica, I mean. Only one person there.
There's 8.
I can't see that number. For you folks killing time, thank you. Ask questions if you got it. Makes my time go by quicker. What's funny?
This video of the big sign. How many show entries?
There was quite a few. I didn't count them. I went through the showroom a couple times. I posted that short on Thor. That's a really cool fish. A lot of personality. That's actually a big puppy dog fish. So that fish was 12 years old. Pretty cool fish. So if you didn't see the video I posted, people go on my channel, and it's just titled Thor. So I think it's a short. It might have been a video.
No, I think he posted it as a video because
it was over a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just titled Thor, and it's that gentleman talking in the video. He's playing with the fish. There's a little kid there, and he's explaining what type of fish was and how he plays with it. It was kind of fun to watch him interact with the fish and explain it to hopefully the next generation. So
Big Steve says hello.
What's up, Big Steve? How's it going? Oh, shit. We're passing through Utica. We're actually not far from Crypt Keeper. So if you guys know Tim, this is a little bit east of, or a little bit west of his hood. So he lives in Ilion, New York, which is in between Utica and Herkimer. So, but this is basically the general area of Crypt Keeper's Hood.
Canesto says Tony Martinez is the human that belongs to Thor.
Oh, yeah.
They're in our club.
Yep, that's Tony. Nice guy, super nice guy. I'm bad with names, but yeah, super nice guy, and he loved that fish. And how the fish interacts with him, I think that fish love him too.
Allison said, I think he brought Thor to the aquatic experience in New Jersey a couple of times.
He might have. I know he's won. That fish has won a lot of shows. So he has. I don't think he won this show, but he's won a lot of awards with that fish. You know, with the various shows that he goes to. I think last year, honestly, if I remember right, that fish won Best in Show last year, and I don't think that's the first time that happened, but I don't even remember what Best in Show was this year. So,
MLL Aquatic says, Yo Keith, it was great to meet you. Hope we get together in the future.
Yeah, man, it's good to meet you too. Always good to meet everybody in the community, whether it's on YouTube or not. You know, I go out and I shoot the breeze with everybody. And just fish keeping is like, you know, the hobby is kind of what gets us together. But you know, there's way more to the hobby than just keeping fish. So you meet a lot of good people. Probably heard me say this before too. You meet some turd buckets too, but there's more good people than turd buckets. So it's all good. The good outweigh the bad.
Select said, I hope we can all make it back next year. Canesto said Thor won it last year in the OCA. Yep. And then MLL said, you too as well. Jake, nice to meet you both. It was nice to meet you too, man.
Cool, man. Yes. Select, I'm gonna try to get back to the OCA. I'm gonna try to get back to the OCA next year. If Fritz wants to do it again. If Fritz don't want to do it, I still might just go and do some room sales and hang out and have fun. But if Fritz is gonna sponsor it again, I'll do it again. I'm going to try to go to the ACA, the American Cichlid Association convention in 2024. That's going to be in Cincinnati. I'm going to try to make that one. I already Keystone Clash is already booked. I already got my hotel reservation, and I already booked vendor space for KJE Aquatics. That's already booked, so that's paid for. So I'll definitely, excuse me, I'll be at the Keystone Clash for sure, because that's a definite. The OCA, I usually go there and rep as Fritz Aquatics, so we'll see what Fritz wants to do. And then the ACA, I'll see if Fritz wants me to work the ACA, I'll definitely do it. But again, that's in Cincy. I'm trying to think what other shows. Oh, there's the NEC. That's going to be in Mystic, Connecticut. I might just go to the Sunday auction for that one. I'm not going to go to the whole ordeal. So I might hit up the Sunday auction. So if you're going to the NEC in Mystic, that's in April. I forget the dates. So I think it's the first weekend in April, actually. But that Sunday of that event, I may come over there for the day auction and hang out. That's actually not far from me. It's only a couple hours from me. And then next fall, I mean, after the Keystone Clash, that's in early fall. But after that, there is the Cat Con, which is going to be in Burlington, Vermont, hosted by the Tropical Fish Club of Burlington. I know all those folks up there. That's only a few hours from me, and I did reserve vendor space for them. Wow, because David and Janine Banks, who are part of the Burlington Club, were at the OCA promoting CatCon. So I know David and Janine well. I've known them for several years, and I told them I would take 2 table spaces, or 2 spots in the vendor room. So we'll see. So I may be there for KJE Aquatics, or I may do it for Fritz Aquatics. I'm not sure. We'll see. See what's going on.
Did you read that?
No, I didn't read anything.
Alishan said, is Fritz doing the NEC or AGA same weekend?
I don't know, Alishan. I don't know if Greg Jones reached out to Fritz. I may reach out to Fritz if I'll do the NEC for Fritz if they want me to. Because I was gonna go to the Sunday auction and bring some stuff, but if Fritz wants me to do the NEC, I would do it. So I don't know if Greg Jones reached out to Fritz or not to see if they're gonna do it. I don't believe Fritz Aquatics is doing the AGA. I could definitely ask him. It's more of a plant. The AGA is all plants. I know it involves fish tanks as well. And Fritz, actually, if you guys don't know, Fritz Aquatics is major into pond chemicals as well. So Fritz has chemicals and medication for fresh and saltwater aquariums, plus ponds and tubs. So they cover the whole industry. But as of right now, Fritz Aquatics doesn't do anything on the with plant fertilizers. They were talking about it. So maybe in the future, Fritz is going to develop some plant fertilizers, because they have the capability of doing it, you know. So, but as far as the AGA, Alishan, I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, when we get home, anything with liquid in it, I want to bring it in the house. What's the temperature going to be tonight? Then I'll tell you. I might not even mess with anything.
Fish, obviously.
Oh yeah, the fish for sure, but everything else we can get out tomorrow if it's not going to be too cold.
Wrong for tonight. It's supposed to be 22.
Oh yeah, so we gotta get the liquids in.
It's 35 right now.
Yeah, so help me bring in whatever has liquids in it, and it might be most of it because it's mixed around. So yeah, I know the fish, but there's not like a ton of liquids, but there's some water conditioners. So
Alishan said I booked hotel for NEC, but not sure if I will.
can you get out of it if you don't go, Alishan? Or you just sell it to somebody else? Because it's kind of expensive. It's $160 a night. I mean, which ain't terrible, but for fish people, it's not that cheap. especially one night won't break the bank. But if I go to the NEC, I gotta book the night. I gotta book it for 4 nights, so it's $160 times 4. That starts.
That's over $500,000.
Yeah, that starts to get expensive, especially when you're a broke dick like me. And then the vendor space was $150 a table, I think, $149 a table. So
Alishon said for the hotel you can cancel within 48 hours, no penalty.
Okay, good deal. That's a good deal. As long as you ain't locked in, that would suck. And then you got to worry about trying to sell it to somebody else. Yeah, I booked. I already booked the Keystone Clash. I told you, Alishon, I got it cheaper than the block rate because I got IHG to give me veterans discount, so I save money versus the convention's block rate by $20 a night. Actually, I got the hotel for Keystone for $119 a night, so that'll save me times 4 or times 3. I think I booked the Keystone for 3 because I don't. Jake and I leave on Sunday. Here, if I wanted to, I'd probably do it 3 nights. What's that?
That's your prescription.
Oh.
Alishon said I won't register until the last minute.
Yeah, I really don't think I'm going to Alishon unless Fritz is looking for someone to do it. But I don't even know if Fritz is going to want to do it. I tried to get Fritz to do the ALA. They did the ACA. I tried to get him to do the ALA, the American Livebearers Association in Kalamazoo this past year. They didn't want to do the ALA. They actually told me, they said pick one. You could do the ACA or the ALA. And I picked the ACA. Even though I'm a live bear person overall, I keep a couple cichlids, but the ACA is much bigger. The ACA is probably the biggest organization fish related. It's bigger than the ALA by far. It's bigger than the AKA. So I chose the ACA over doing the ALA. Plus the speaker lineup that the ACA had this past year was second to none. I never seen a better speaker lineup. So, well, unfortunately, I didn't get to go to. I only got to see one speaker, but it's the one I really wanted to go to. Out of all of them, and I went to listen to Ivan McCulchy. But all the other speakers, not dogging on them, they had an excellent lineup, like they really did. And for the banquet, Chris Biggs was the MC for the banquet, and Chris Biggs is a great dude. I wish the Keystone Clash would get Chris coming back. Chris used to do the Keystone Clash, every year for several years in a row from the very first one they did, and he hasn't been invited back for several years now. And the Keystone Clash is missing out. They really are. So if anybody here has an ear for the board that runs the Clash, they really should consider getting Chris Biggs back.
Craig says hi. Craig's Catfish Cave.
What's up, Craig?
And Alishon said, I had to call to get a king bed for the Clash BCAS meeting Thursday before, so I'll go Friday. We are borrowing Anton Lamboge from the Clash to be a speaker.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. One of the speakers at this past class, Andreas Tanky, he went to the Clash last year but wasn't a speaker, but he was already in country and doing talks all around the East Coast, and so I think the PA New Jersey region had Andreas in the area already, so he hung out at the Clash last year, which was cool. And then the Clash got him to come to this past event to be a speaker. He's a really good guy. So I met him last year actually up in Burlington. I don't go to a lot of club talks just because none are close to me, but I made it a point when Andreas went to Burlington, Vermont. I went up there, and one of the club members I know let me crash in an extra bedroom that he had. So, because it's a long ride. Burlington for me is 3 hours. So I drove up, went to the club talk, and then I just crashed at a friend's house and then drove back early in the morning. So it worked out all right.
Alex said Lawrence Kent is a fun banquet speaker.
Oh, Lawrence was a banquet speaker at the ACA in 2019, and the dude, he's really smart, but he's also very funny and entertaining. So Lawrence he's a great speaker, and he's a funny dude. So it's entertaining. So yeah, Lawrence is a good guy. Lawrence was one of the speakers at this past year's ACA, and he was the banquet MC speaker at the ACA 2019. So it's good. So I didn't see Lawrence speak at this past ACA, but I talked to him while he was there. He's a great guy. So I got to hang out with him a little bit, talk to him, It's all good. But yeah, Alishan, you got to tell Scotty to get Chris Biggs back. For real. Chris Biggs is like one of the OGs. He's like the original, one of the originals. So, and everybody knows him too, and he would help promote. I know for a fact Chris would help promote the event. And Chris knows everybody in the industry, in Canada and in the United States. He knows everybody. So I think it would definitely benefit them.
Alishan said, Andreas is a good guy. Visited my fish room when he spoke at the Bucks County
Oh, nice.
Aquatic Society last year.
Pretty cool. Yeah, Andreas. I hung out with Andreas a lot this past Keystone Clash. I talked to him a lot. Drank a few beers with him. So it was good. Styrofoam squeaking is kind of annoying.
Oh yeah, it's been squeaking for what? 3 almost miles.
Yeah. Squeaky styro.
So like Pat says, tell Scotty to get those room sales going to the Clash.
Oh,
tell those sales going. The Clash is missing out there too.
I think you could do them. Select. I mean, you could do it, and they're not gonna say anything. But the hotel itself might be the sticking point. So you got to see if the hotel's on board with it. You could definitely do it. You could do it on your own, but I don't know about going crazy with like the rack setups and whatnot that some people do. The hotel might not like that, so that might be all a sticking point. But I'm not in privy to be on the board and to know the conversation between the hotel and and the organizers. I don't know, but it definitely would. I think it might help, but they also, I don't know. You can look at it as a vendor, which I am, and I don't really sell fish at the shows, but it may be frowned upon by, you know, by them too, because it's going to screw some of the vendors that sell fish. But who knows? Yeah, I don't know. It's worth talking about, I guess.
Alice should say crap. Think about the NEC is no hospitality room as far as I know.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. Alishan, they have you got to pay for it. They have a 1 hour happy hour that you buy an extra ticket for like $30. And I think they have like a 1 hour open bar, but you got to pay, each person got to pay for it. So that's their version of the hospitality room. And I think it's only one night. I don't know if it's Friday or Saturday, but you have to buy a ticket. And it's only 1 hour. So I think it was $30 for an hour open bar. Whether or not you can, if you don't drink, can you still go in to the happy hour room? I don't know. I would say talk to Greg Jones. Any questions you guys have on the NEC, on or about the NEC, and you don't see the answer on their website, I would suggest contacting Greg Jones. I don't know his email address, but I know he's on Facebook and he's on YouTube. So he would be the contact to actually ask questions if you don't see the answer on the website. But yeah, back to the hospitality room, Alishan. I think their answer is selling a $30 ticket for a 1 hour open bar. So, better slam some whiskeys to get your money's worth.
Alishan said they always had a happy hour than banquet. This is the first year with no happy hour. Ted used to bring his guitar to play.
Yeah, no, they have a happy hour, Alishan. It's on the website, but you got to buy a ticket. It's like $30. I seen it on there. It's the same page. If you go to the registration tab, you'll see where you can register. You can buy a banquet meal. You can buy a happy hour ticket. I think they have a couple field trips. I think you could buy a pass for whatever field trips they have planned. I think they got a field trip planned to go to Mystic Aquarium as a group, and then your payment covers you getting in there. Maybe transportation. I don't know. So all I know is to go to the website or ask Greg Jones or both. So what's that?
Select Pet says I talked to an unnamed person that's involved behind the scenes of the Clash. They said Clash used to do room sales, but another car shaking. But another former board member got scared of tax collecting liability to the clubs.
There's no. Yeah, I don't know. All the tax collection is between the buyer and seller, and the Clash can write something up, to make sure they're not legally bound to anything, But you could definitely do pre-orders. I know that for a fact. So, blast out any source you got. If you got available the whatnots, you could bring them pre-order and deliver them at the Clash. I know people do that, whether they sell it or they give it away. I know plenty of people brought stuff for other people at this past year's Clash and before, so you definitely can do that. I know the OCA, I hate band, but the OCA has a band page, and people were posting stuff ahead of time what they had available, whether or not they were going to bring it or pre-order only. Um, I sold some fish at the OCA. I sold some the Nezi swords I had and some Chapleictus pardalis. I didn't have room sales for fish, just some dry goods and botanicals Jake had, but I did post that I had Nezis, and I sold 2 bags of Nezis and a bag of Chapleictus pardalis to 2 separate people. Uh, so
So like Pistos, I'll probably go to the ACA and OCA next year. Who knows?
yeah,
Ooh, excuse me.
yeah, you're in Kentucky, so well, it depends. We lost it for a second. We're back, but yeah, depending on what part of Kentucky you're in. Cincinnati, I don't think is that far. So it might be a good one to hit. And that's the ACA, and then the OCA. We're back. We're going through a dead zone, so.
Clash is hitting up some larger MFG for next year's vendor room. They did API this past year.
Yeah, the Clash start for me. I'm coming to this year's Clash. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Depending on the manufacturer, a lot of them, like when Fritz does it, they're not selling. And I know API wasn't selling, but they're giving out samples. So some samples. I don't know exactly what they gave out. And they donated stuff to the goodie bags. And Fritz does that. Fritz does donations for the goodie bags. And we donated Fritz donated, like I said, a lot of goods for the club. This motherfucker got his shit way up. Alright. So we'll see what other manufacturers they get, if they even get them to come.
Craig said hopefully my new takes arrive today. Fingers crossed.
Nice, Craig. Alishan, I talked to Fritz last year. Well, I talked to him at the beginning of this year to see if they were interested in doing the Clash. And initially they were, and then they weren't. So Fritz does a lot of saltwater shows. Fritz does. They do the Aquashellas. So, and then, like I said, they do a lot of the saltwater shows. I know Jacob does those. And as far as the smaller shows, I know they didn't do the Keystone Clash because I was told they were going to start cutting back on some of the smaller shows. So we did the OCA and the ACA this year for smaller shows, and they didn't want to do the Clash or the ALA. So.
Alishan said Reefa Palooza.
Yeah, they do Reefa Palooza, and I know they done. There's some smaller ones around the country that they do, well, on the saltwater side, but I don't do saltwater, so I don't even pay attention too much. The Reefa Palooza is supposed to be a pretty good sized show, and that's the one they hold in Philly, I think. Or they might have held the past Reefa Palooza at the same venue that we had Aquatic Experience at, in the Meadowlands Convention Center in Secaucus. That might have been where they had the last Reefa Palooza. I think that setup's great. I don't know the cost of it, but the facility is perfect for a convention, a bigger convention, and then there's hotels like all around there. It's like a little college campus, which I found pretty cool. Um, the last aquatic experience, I stayed down there. The first one was just a day trip. I went, came back home. Um, the second one, I just went one day, and then we stayed the night, and then I came back home. But Jake and Elijah went with me to the convention, and Jake and Evelyn didn't want to go to the convention, so they took the bus into New York City, which is just on the other side of the river, and they were tourists in New York City for the day. Why Eli and I?
Well, I was the tourist. Mom knew her.
Yeah, Mom. Evelyn's from there, so she was a tour guide for Jake. It was a good trip, though. I actually liked that show. So, Aquatic Experience was a little like a weaker version of Aquashella. But I really enjoyed it. I really did. For whatever reason, and I don't know the behind the scenes, that just it's not in existence anymore. Which kind of sucks, but is what it is. It's dark out now. You guys can see that, right?
Ouch, it's in Philly and NY/New Jersey have high setup costs.
They do. They do. It's that union labor, Alishan. That union labor ain't cheap. There's all those Teamsters moving stuff around, and they got the Gestapo in them.
Snoop Dogg just trolled the internet.
He just what?
Trolled the internet. You know how he said he's giving up smoke?
Yeah.
And it was an ad. He's giving up smokeless fire. He's giving up smoke. And he's got smokeless fire pits. And he's smiling in the picture too.
With a big fat joint?
No, he's not. He doesn't have a big joint, but he's just like giggling. Looks like an old man giggling.
He is old.
No, I know. He's like Mom's age. No. Yeah.
He's older than Mom.
No, he can't be.
Well, Mom ain't that old, because then you say I'm old.
Oh, you guys are both old farts.
Yeah.
But you're not as old as Mom. Mom's age.
Mom's a couple years older than me.
Yeah, he's 50. He's actually younger than you guys.
How old is he?
52. So you guys are like.
But he's see what drugs do to you.
I wouldn't say so. Bob Marley was living for a while. Snoop Dogg lived forever. Willie Nelson's living forever.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob Marley didn't actually live that long. The CIA killed him. I forgot he died young. Ish.
You ever heard that term, "You shit or get off the pot"? So that's a weird term to tell someone to stop smoking. You don't get it. You ain't even listening, you dummy.
I'm texting
Who you texting?
my friends.
You ain't gotta. What'd I say?
These nuts. I already read that.
All of them? Read all of them? These nuts. We are now in Canajoharie. Used to be the former home of Beach Nut Baby Food. You can't see it, but over here on the right side, they tore most of it down. It was the Beach Nut Baby Food Factory. They built the new facility in Amsterdam, New York. Well, actually in Florida, New York, which is on the outskirts of Amsterdam. So yeah, if you fed or were fed Beach Nut Baby Food, in the past it probably came from Canajoharie. How far are we? Probably about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a long day. Long day. Discord?
No, I'm on Snapchat. Eli's got his talent show tonight, so.
Got his talent show tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was some other day, but I guess it's tonight.
Oh, what time is it?
7 o'clock, so we'll get there in time.
Yeah, you can go.
I'm gonna go. Eli goes. I was talking about getting like video games and stuff. Braden wants to play like a top-down Eagle Eye RPG, so I was trying to put him on Dragon Saw.
Yeah.
And because he wanted to buy World of Warcraft, and I was like, no, World of Warcraft has a really weird fan base, and the game you have to pay for it. So why not just play a free game? And if you want to spend money, Braden likes to spend money on everything. So he's broke. It's fucking retarded. He buys so much.
Just tell him to try it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna like stream the game when I play it. I'm gonna show him the website and stuff like that. I'm like, it's free, and then you just buy stuff if you really want to. It's more of a grind than if you play.
I never paid for anything.
No, I mean, no, I didn't pay for anything.
I never paid for nothing. And then I was like, I hadn't even played that game in like, I don't even know. I ain't played that game since 2017. Then I used to just putz around playing it, so I didn't have to talk to mom.
It's a good game though. No, I really do like it. They did a lot though since you last played. Like a lot.
But I was like level 30 something.
Yeah, you reached like level 30, 31. You were level 25 for the longest time. Just took a break and then.
Yeah, and I was like I think I was like level 36 actually, something like that. Mid 30s.
I don't remember what my account is.
I don't either.
I might just make a new one, start over so I can pay attention to the story a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't care about the story enough.
You guys still here? Say something. Type something. Hello. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien.
Sweet child of mine. Wow. Oh, sweet mine.
Is mom going? Mom's going, right?
I don't know.
Text mama. You can go with her.
I'm gonna text her and ask her.
This mofo here doing like 50. Somebody said something.
Select says, I got to stop at Buc-ee's for gas, no stepping out of the car.
Oh, Buc-ee's. Never been to a Buc-ee's. That's, I think Buc-ee's, like, blew up since I've been living in New York. I don't even remember Buc-ee's when I lived down south. At least they never had them long down. I lived on the Gulf Coast, so we didn't have Buc-ee's down there. But there are probably Buc-ee's down there now, but I'm not sure. I didn't know nothing about, excuse me, Raising Cane's chicken fingers either, but Jake did, and there was one at Strongsville, and Raising Cane's was pretty good. Better than Chick-fil-A.
This is so good.
Yeah. Cheaper, too, and tastes better, in my opinion. Chick-fil-A ripoff. And it's soggy.
Yeah. The chicken sandwich is literally just a Wendy's patty. Like, you can tell, like, plain out.
Yeah.
They get from the same manufacturer.
Yeah. I don't know what the hype is about Chick-fil-A. But I'm not a fan of Chick-fil-A.
They don't even sell on Sundays either. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, it's like, yeah, we're overhyped and we don't sell on Sundays.
Makes no sense. They're at church.
I guarantee, like, most of the people that work at Chick-fil-A don't go to church.
Oh, I'm sure.
The Eli's talent show, there's somebody doing a comedy act. I told Eli I'm gonna boo with the comedy act.
Who is it?
I don't even know. I just saw comedy act.
Oh.
It's never funny. Never.
Did you see a schedule or something?
Yeah, they showed me like a schedule of not actual times, but who's gonna be in it? Yeah.
Eli's singing a song, right?
Yeah.
He sing The Wanderer,
Yeah.
and he's wearing his purple suit.
I think so. I hope so.
He's wearing his hat, too.
I hope so.
Is he going to wear his glasses?
I hope so. I hope he's got the whole shit up.
Yeah. Elijah's singing tonight at a talent show. And he has a purple suit. So, the boy be wearing his purple suit. What time is it now?
5:11.
Can you just hurry up and help me get the liquids in? Or anything. I mean, I know I gotta get the fish in. That's a given. What's so funny?
I told Chris I was gonna just play Clash full volume. That's the other acts of playing.
How many people are? How many?
It looks like 20 plus.
Holy crap! They filming on a Monday night. We should be doing it on like a Friday.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Fridays, what you call it? They could do it like on a Saturday. I say Friday, it'd be a football game. Right? Still football season?
I think so. I think their senior night was either this past Friday or it's this Friday. Senior night, I think, is the last game of the season.
Oh, so it's over, or it's?
I think so. Yeah. We don't do this. High school football doesn't do too many games unless you're like really good. Then you do like tournaments and stuff.
No, yeah, no, they have like playoffs.
Yeah, we never.
Well, like for a season, how many games they play?
Like 10, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe less than that. Maybe like
Less
7.
than 10?
I think so.
sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, we suck.
Well, it doesn't.
There's no point.
You
Like,
still play.
I guess so.
I mean, they never make the playoffs, but they
No.
still the regular season.
We made the playoffs a couple of times, but that was
I
like
don't think so.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, not since I lived here.
No.
That's the only team that's ever done anything was a basketball team.
Yeah, we won
And then-
state 2015 and 16.
Yeah, and then that was it. And then they probably been dog doo since.
Yeah, we have been dog doo.
But then everything else, they don't do nothing good in either. Baseball stinks.
Baseball was actually decent when I was a senior. Didn't do anything crazy, but we were cooking up a little bit.
I think the girls had a good soccer team.
Girls soccer team has always been good. Went to state a couple times, I think.
I was gonna let this car over. God. These motherfuckers ride the fucking fast lane. It's a fucking truck. Sorry. Huh? Why's this motherfucker putting brakes on? Go. Yeah, get your ass over.
I think he's in a Tesla.
I don't know what he's in. He's in a fucking slowpoke mobile. I ain't even going that fast. So I don't like to ride behind these trucks.
He's in a Tesla.
Dude riding on my side.
Can't see. I don't think, no, he's not on the side.
people still in here?
Oh, 5.
What's up, 5 people?
5 muchachos.
Someone else streaming right now? Who else is streaming right now? Anybody still in here? Or they just have it on play? Hello? Hello?
Alishan said Stephen P is streaming.
What's up, Stephen P? Streaming? Can't hear me?
It did not make any sense.
I don't make no sense.
No, you make sense sometimes. It's just-
Allison, go tell those people to put on my channel and then just go back and watch Steven. Just to put my channel in a different tab.
and they can mute it.
Yeah, and they can mute it. Go tell them to put my channel on and mute it and then go back and listen to Steven. Yeah. That's your mission, Allison.
Foxy said she's here, and then Bridget said she's making supper.
What's up, Foxy? Hello, supper making Bridget. Thank you all for joining. If you just joined, if you've been here, thank you all for wasting time with me. I appreciate it. I want to get my watch hours up. Need some watch hours.
School Aquatics says, I'm listening on the way home from work.
What's happening, Skull? Thank you for joining on your way home from work.
Foxy said, we're lurking and mopping.
Mopping. I don't even know what those things are. Someone said something. Excuse me. Skull, I got a group of, if you hear me, I got a group of blue-tailed Gudaids in Ohio this week. I had someone bring me some juveniles, young, fry basically, but they're a little bit bigger than fry. I don't know how old they are, but they're young. Well, they gave me a group of 10, so pretty cool. So, a Teniobus toweri, if I say it right, that's a scientific name.
Foxy said, have a corgi. So lots of fur and ripped paper.
Oh. Hopefully no pee and poo-poo. We just got 2 cats and a fish. And I can't wait to see my cats. I really did miss them. Yeah. No joke. I miss my pussies. Okay. Got to do the whole passaroni again.
Let's see. Skull said, I have the blue tails. They are beautiful.
Yeah, I have a group too, Skull, so this is just adding a little diversity to little new blood to the few that I have, so. Actually, Josh Cook wanted to give me some other fish too. He wanted to give me some Skiffia multis and something else, I forget. And I really, really wanted them, but I didn't want to bring a bunch of buckets with me, so Ed Boats gave me these blue tails, and I already planned on just having those. So I brought an air pump, and I brought 2 buckets because I wasn't sure. And so I got those, and I ended up not putting them in a bucket. So I could have gotten the fish from Josh, but it's all good. The only reason I told him I appreciated it very much, I just don't want to babysit a bunch of fish over the long weekend, and I didn't really want to risk the Ghanaians. So I told him I'd rather be safe than sorry, that if I would get some from him, in the springtime and have them shipped to me. I pay shipping, I pay for the fish. It's no big deal. So that's all good. But I did appreciate the thought a lot. I ended up with a Jaguar cichlid. I bought an auction for $2. Don't know why, but I bought one. But I'll probably get rid of it in the springtime. And I got at least 20 red platies from Sabu that he didn't want to take back after he was shutting down his vendor space. So I bagged up. Like I said, I didn't even count them, but it's more than 20. And I took those home with me. So got a cop on one side and a car on the other. I don't know what's going on here. Don't know. Actually, a truck.
Maybe an accident.
Or broke down. I don't know.
Skull said cichlid platies are cool and great for tubbing.
Yeah, they're nice looking platies. They're coral red platies, and they're like a nice red color. They really are nice looking little fish. And they're young. They're not fried. They're juvies or young adults. So I don't know. I got a whole bunch of them. So I'll throw them in a tank, and then I'll probably share them to the different clubs I go to this upcoming auction season. I know the first auction of the year from my area is Danbury Area Aquarium Society, so DAAS. They're always the first club in the NEC to kick off an auction, and theirs is in January, weather depending. But last year was the first one that they did since COVID, and it's always a good auction, and it's the first one of the season. So a lot of people bring stuff that they were tubbing, a lot of the extra stuff that they pulled out of the tubs in the late summer, early fall, and so there'll be like a lot of young fish that they've been growing out inside from their tubs. So you get a lot of good variety of stuff.
Skull said I need to up my game on tubs, trout, Ghanaians going outside next spring.
Oh, that'd be cool. Just make sure they're shaded. So I would put them, Skull, I'd try to find a cooler area of whatever outdoor setup you got. Maybe a little bit more shaded. A lot of floating plants and a lot of oxygenators like hornwort and Lowigia down below. That's easy growing. But if it's shaded too much, then they won't grow too good. But water hyacinth, they need good light, but they'll do okay if they get partial sun. Water lettuce is easy. Salvinia minima, super easy. So, and even I started keeping, like year before, a plant called American sponge plant. I forget the scientific name, but I love that as an outdoor. Yeah, American sponge plant. You can look that one up. I love that as an outdoor tub plant. And water lilies, for real, water lily. Yeah, water lily is easy to do in a tub. So, and just let me know too. KJE does pond plants. We definitely do. So, And I usually kick everybody else's butt even without trying. So my price listed on the website usually kicks all my competition's butt. So, especially locals. You buy pond plants local at a pond center, oh my God, they're expensive. Yeah, so, but you got to do what you got to do, I guess. But I know the pond center near me is like crazy high. So I don't buy nothing there.
It's close that I might know a place to get those plants. And then Silver Creek is still going. Nice. Drive safe, bro.
Yeah. We're probably like 20 minutes out, 25 minutes out. Maybe. I don't even know. How far are we out?
We're like 15 out, actually. We're almost home.
Are we past Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're a little bit past Amsterdam.
Oh, actually, here's the Scotia exit coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like less than 10 minutes out, I think. So.
Yeah, we're actually pretty much by the home.
Yeah, that sign right there. I'm coming up to my exit. Exit 26 off of 90 is my exit. Schenectady, Scotia exit. Yeah, Skull, I usually like for like water lilies, I get like 20-25 bucks for them. 25 bucks will be on the high end for hardy lilies, for most varieties. Probably 20-25 bucks is what I retail them for, but like pond centers are 35 up from around here. So I'm usually like on the closer to the 20 end. Again, depending on variety. But if you're just looking for basic water lily, nothing fancy, it's around the $20 range. And they're super easy. Hardy lilies are easy. And they're beautiful too. Very beautiful. Anything up there or no? Same thing.
There's not much.
I just took my exit. We on my exit. You got your sweater with you? You throw it in the back.
It's on the ground.
You got that gum in there?
I got it in the back pocket.
Yeah, give me a piece, please.
I farted on it.
That's alright. It gets better flavor. Got a piece of gum with some fart juice on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's all natural.
I got it. You can drive.
I don't know my brother can drive. Really?
Huh?
I said really.
Nice.
Sing a song. She's getting the shower.
Who said that? Someone said something.
It's just not anything. Trust me. I know how to do my job.
Oh, I'm a slacker sometimes.
I'd be shocker sometimes. It's not that bad.
Guys are coming into my hood. My hood. We in Chocha, New York.
Ciao.
They don't know nothing about Chocha. Chocha. Some chocha.
Some farmer built this town in the 1800s, early 1800s. I think it was like mid 1800s, and it just kind of grew after that.
Fast. I've been running on the interstates. I've been running 70, 75.
Yeah, I don't think there's 70 here.
I know, but you get used to going faster, and then
You go slower. You're like,
I'm on a 35, 40 mile per hour road. I want to get ticketed.
cops gonna lurk over here too.
I know they do. Glenville sits on this road.
There's one officer I like, especially.
Glenville sits on what you call it, Amsterdam Road too, Route 5.
Oh yeah, they're heavy on there. I bit my tongue.
Huh?
I said I just bit my tongue.
Uh-oh.
That hurt. Ooh. Ouch. You gonna sleep like a baby tonight?
Probably not. Probably not.
Got 2 cars, take it away. My side's good.
It's clear?
Yep.
This side clear?
Mm-hmm. Boop, boop. Or just said have a great night, good luck at your talent show.
I'll let Elijah know. Yeah. Thank you. So we're about home. I'm like a mile from the house now.
Alright.
So you guys, thanks for joining. And we're going to go ahead and log off. Much appreciated. You guys helping me get some watch hours. And anyways, don't forget to buy all your goods on kjeaquatics.com. Check it out. We can hook you up. Peace.